So we're here with Joan Ranquet of Communication with All Life University and Jackie Navarro of Wild Wonders. And together, Joan and Jackie are hosting a trip to Malaysian Borneo this February. What's really unique about this trip is it's where science and soul meet. Jackie is a wildlife conservation and educator, and Joan is an animal communicator, author, and speaker. So Jackie, as a conservationist,
Yes.
what drew you to Borneo?
You know, Borneo is one of the most biodiverse regions of the entire planet. And there's so many different types of animals as well as plants there. And it's so important to our own existence that I've always been drawn to Borneo.
And Joan, as an animal communicator, what draws you to Borneo?
Well, things like this, although I know we won't be feeding them because they're in the wild, but also orangutans, understanding what their lifestyle is like, being able to see animals in their natural habitat.
And Jackie, how do you see ecotourism as a way to participate in conservation?
You know, ecotourism is, I think, probably one of the most important ways to participate in conservation, because it really increases people's awareness. And when you get to see these animals face to face and be in these areas without seeing it on TV or books, it hits you on a visceral level. It really inspires one to want to help and do more.
And Joan, how do you see, as an animal communicator, how do you see travel as a way to help conservation?
Well, I think first of all, being able to be with animals in their natural habitat and coming home and telling the stories about what these animals are like and being able to share our experiences is going to help conservation, because we have to understand like what's going on as a socioeconomic situation in places like Borneo, where their habitat is being taken away. And so when we have a whole big picture of the animal, their habitat, the people, the whole situation, then we're able to really tell those stories and make a big difference.
Wonderful. So what are some of the conservation organizations that will be meeting in Borneo?
Oh gosh, we're going to be spending 2 whole days at Sepalak Orangutan Center. As you know, orangutans are highly endangered. Gosh, a century ago there was over 250,000 orangs. Today there's half of that amount that's in Borneo, and maybe only 7,000 left in Sumatra. So we're going to get an opportunity to see an organization that's on the front lines to help rehab and release these orangs back into the wild. Another one of my favorites is the Sun Bear Conservation Center. Sun bears are also suffering as well, and they're extremely important, just like orangs and just like these Binturongs are here, because these guys replant the rainforest. They're nature's little gardeners. They're extremely important to keep the jungle growing, which actually helps us as well.
Wonderful. And Joan, how do you see animal communication in the role of conservation?
Well, I think that being able to understand what the animal's needs are, being able to understand what their family life is like, being able to understand what's important to them so that we can help to recreate it in their natural habitat, but certainly in other places where it's like sanctuaries and things like that.
Wonderful. So as you guys are going to be journeying to Borneo, do you have an animal that would just thrill you to see in the wild?
I'm really excited to be able to see orangs, much like many other people. I've only seen them on TV or read about them in books. I have seen them at zoological facilities. However, this right here, I would love to see Binturongs. They have become more and more rare. They don't even know how many are left. And again, they're extremely important as nature's little gardeners. These guys are the largest member of the civet family, and if I saw one of these guys in Borneo, I would just be thrilled.
And Joan, who would you just be over the moon to see?
Well, right now, I guess I would be over the moon to meet some new Binturong friends. Clearly, I'm being sold, and I'm buying. But I also have gone to zoos and talked to orangutans that have had little family challenges And so I know. Okay. So I would love to see some in the wild.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, ladies, and we hope that everyone watching is able to join us on this journey to Borneo. It is going to be a truly unique adventure. Again, science and soul coming together, and I'm even getting a little love from Inda. And what does her name mean?
Her name means precious in Indonesian.
Oh, Inda. Thank you for being a part of this, Inda, and for being a wonderful ambassador to your wild cousins who need you so desperately. So thank you both, and I look forward to being in Borneo with you.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you.